Forget everything you know about life on Earth, because there is a creature living in our oceans that breaks every single rule of biology. And the more scientists study it, the more they realize it might not even belong on this planet. It has 9 brains, 3 hearts. Blue blood. It can taste with its skin, see colors through its body, edit its own DNA, and squeeze through holes the size of a coin while weighing as much as a small dog. If you describe this animal to someone without telling them it was real, they would think you were describing an alien from a science fiction movie. But it's not from another planet. It lives right here, on Earth, in oceans you can swim in. And the things it can do are so impossible, so far beyond what biology should allow, that some scientists genuinely refer to it as the closest thing we have to studying extraterrestrial life. It's the octopus, and by the end of this video you're going to be questioning whether evolution even makes sense anymore. Let's start with the brains. You have 1 brain, most animals have 1 brain. The octopus, it has 9. 1 central brain in its head, and 8 smaller fully functional mini brains. 1 inside each arm. This isn't a metaphor. Each arm of an octopus literally thinks for itself. It can solve problems independently. It can react to threats independently. It can hunt, grab, taste, and explore, all without checking in with the central brain. Scientists have actually cut off octopus arms in lab experiments. Don't worry, octopuses regrow them, and watch the severed arm continue to react, grab objects, and even try to feed itself for hours after being separated from the body. Imagine if your hand could keep solving math problems after being chopped off. That's an octopus. 2/3 of an octopus's neurons are not in its head, they're in its arms. Which means an octopus is essentially 8 independent thinkers, all working together, controlled by a 9th brain that acts more like a manager than a boss. If you've ever wondered what it would feel like to have a body that could multitask in 8 directions at once, ask an octopus. Now let's talk about the blood. Octopus blood is blue, not red. Bright, copper-based blue. Human blood is red because it uses iron to carry oxygen, that's hemoglobin. But octopuses live in cold, deep, oxygen-poor environments where iron doesn't work very well, so evolution gave them a different solution. Their blood uses copper instead in a molecule called hemocyanin, and copper, when it binds with oxygen, turns blue. This isn't just for looks. Hemocyanin is incredibly efficient at carrying oxygen in cold, low-pressure water. It's one of the reasons octopuses can survive in environments that would kill almost any other animal, including the deep, freezing parts of the ocean, where sunlight never reaches. But blue blood requires extra horsepower to pump, which is why octopuses don't have 1 heart, they have 3. 2 of those hearts pump blood to the gills, where oxygen gets loaded onto the hemocyanin. The 3rd heart pumps blood to the rest of the body. And here's the wild part, when an octopus swims, the main heart actually stops beating. That's why octopuses prefer to crawl across the ocean floor instead of swimming. Swimming literally exhausts their hearts so much that it becomes inefficient. A creature that has to choose between moving fast and keeping its heart on. That's not normal, that's something else entirely. But the most mind-blowing thing about an octopus isn't the brains or the hearts. It's something they discovered just a few years ago. Octopuses can edit their own RNA. Let me explain why this is so insane. Every living thing on Earth follows the same basic rule. Your DNA contains the instructions for your body. Your RNA is the messenger that copies those instructions and delivers them to the rest of the cell. The rule is simple. DNA tells RNA what to do, and RNA does it. No exceptions, no edits, no improvising. Until octopuses came along. Octopuses can rewrite their own RNA in real time. They take the genetic instructions their body sends out, and they edit them on the fly, changing the way their cells behave depending on the temperature, the environment, the situation. No other complex animal on Earth can do this. Not humans, not whales, not chimpanzees, not even other intelligent animals. It's like having a built-in cheat code for evolution. Most animals have to wait millions of years for genetic change. Octopuses can change their genetic expression in days, hours, sometimes minutes. This is one of the reasons scientists believe the octopus brain is so advanced, they're constantly fine-tuning their own neurons in ways no other animal can. It's biological magic, and nobody fully understands how it works. But wait, it gets weirder. Octopuses can taste with their skin. Every single sucker on every single arm contains thousands of chemical receptors. So when an octopus reaches into a crack in a rock, it doesn't just feel what's inside. It tastes it. It can taste the difference between a fish, a crab, a poison, and a piece of trash just by touching it. An octopus arm is basically a tongue with the strength of a steel cable. Some scientists also believe octopuses can see color through their skin, even though they're technically colorblind. Their bodies contain light-sensitive proteins called opsins, which let their skin detect color even when their eyes can't. That's how they instantly camouflage to match any background. Their skin sees the color. Then the skin becomes the color, without their brain even being involved. I told you this animal was alien. Now let's talk about how smart they actually are. Octopuses can solve puzzles, they can use tools. They've been seen carrying coconut shells across the ocean floor, then assembling them into armor when threatened. The only known invertebrate to use tools strategically. Some species pile rocks in front of their dens like little doors. Others have been documented stealing crabs from fishing traps without setting them off. There was a famous octopus at a New Zealand aquarium named Inky who escaped his tank, slid across the floor, and squeezed through a small drainage pipe into the open ocean. He left behind a wet trail and a very confused staff. Nobody saw him do it, nobody even thought it was possible. He just decided he was done with aquarium life and let himself out. Another octopus, this one at the University of Otago, learned to unscrew the lid of a sealed jar. From the inside, the jar contained a crab. Researchers placed both the crab and the octopus inside, sealed the jar and watched in disbelief as the octopus calmly unscrewed the lid, ate the crab, and then sat there, satisfied like a tiny ocean Houdini. And here's the most unbelievable part. Octopuses can squeeze through any opening as long as it's bigger than their beak. The beak is the only hard part of their body. Everything else is soft, flexible, and basically liquid. A 50-pound octopus can fit through a hole the size of a quarter. They've escaped tanks, they've slipped through pipes, they've snuck into boats, and they can do it all in seconds. Now combine all of this: 9 brains, 3 hearts, blue blood, self-editing genetics, taste skin, tool use, camouflage, liquid bodies, off-the-charts intelligence. This isn't a normal animal. This is evolution showing off. This is what happens when life on Earth decides to take a completely different path and see how far it can go. In fact, some scientists have a theory, only half jokingly, that octopuses are so different from every other animal on Earth, they might have evolved from something that didn't originate here. There's a real scientific paper from 2018 that suggested octopus DNA may have come from outer space, possibly arriving on Earth via comets billions of years ago. Most scientists don't believe this, but the fact that it's even a serious conversation should tell you how strange these creatures really are. The octopus is by every measurable standard one of the most extraordinary creatures that has ever existed. And we share an ocean with them. They are quietly hunting, escaping, problem solving, and rewriting their own genes in the dark waters of every ocean on Earth. Right now, as you watch this video. We have spent billions of dollars searching for alien life on other planets, and the entire time the most alien intelligence we've ever encountered has been hiding in our own backyard. If this completely changed the way you see octopuses, hit that subscribe button and join the Untold Earth family. We uncover the wildest, most mind-bending truths about the natural world every single week. And I want to know, if octopuses had hands and lived on land, do you think they'd rule the world? Drop your honest answer in the comments below. I read every single one.